Warning, this podcast contains spoilers. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast for the Originals Awakening Webisodes. I'm your host, Dom. With me, my co-hosts, Mike, Omika, and Zen Heather.
Hi.
So, we just got through watching this little short 4-part mini-series webisode thing. What was your guys' overall impression of them? How do you think it tied in with the show?
It changes some aspects of what we had said during the actual Originals TV series, like the whole Claire Witch thing with Cole. We thought, like, I'm actually really considering that he's just playing Davina now because she's a Claire Witch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it puts a whole new spin on what we've been.
yeah.
Well, so, alright, so in the first part of the website, we learned that there's two faction of witches. There's Klaus faction and the Cole faction.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we see the Cole faction, side of it. We see Mary Alice Claire and Astrid. Which, they make this plan to get rid of Klaus's witches. That's their goal. They don't succeed in the long run. Spoilers, ooh. But Cole starts teaching them this new kind of magic called Chemia magic, which we've never heard of up until now, and it's kind of a cross between science and spirit.
Well, he alluded to it when he brought Davina into his little hole.
Right. We just didn't get a name for it.
No.
We kind of saw a piece of that magic on Finn, and that was brought up. So
The
Yeah.
shifts.
So in part 2 of this, they're 2-minute little episodes. They're up on the website, the CW website. So if you can go and see them, go watch them. They're definitely really interesting, more interesting than I thought they were going to be.
they were.
Yeah.
I actually liked them.
Yeah. So in the second part, we get the origin of the dark objects, which have kind of been introduced through, what was it? We were introduced the end of last season. And some of them this season, and
The throwing star was brought up last season.
yeah, the star that
We
produced
saw
1,000
shackles.
cuts.
Yeah.
that was the end of last season. And then
Just saw the shackles this week, and then
the shackles, and we found out they were both created by Cole's witches, and it's basically practice for this dagger that they're trying to
yeah,
subdue Klaus with.
Yep.
But what do you think of the dark object's origin story?
Thank you.
yes, that was nice.
Thank you.
It was a
Very
nice
mad
little
scientist.
surprise.
Yeah.
Very mad scientist. Thank you, Cole.
It was nice.
I'm beginning to like Cole even more than I already did, and I didn't think that was possible. Cole is no secret to this podcast. Cole is my favorite original, but I
like his Mad Hatter style.
yeah,
Yeah, me
I
too.
love that.
I'm just glad that they got the original actor Nathaniel. I'm gonna butcher his last name, Buzelik, to come in here and actually play these roles out. It is quite amazing. When we heard he was coming over in the originals, and we saw him just film like one episode was a bunch of flashbacks, and then this mid-season finale was a couple of flashbacks. I didn't realize they were going
Wow.
this deep in the backstory here.
Well, see, I'm pretty sure they just kind of brought him in after his side series from Supernatural got cut.
Right. Yeah.
So they just sort of like, oh, since you're not doing anything, come help us out again. Come on.
We'll use you. Come here.
It's kind of cool though, because this is the first I've ever heard of a web series for either series.
Yeah, I think they should do more of that.
I definitely. And the sad part is, about 90% of the fan base, as even though it was advertised on all the episodes and everything, in between, and I guarantee you they have not gone on the website to watch it, and that's actually pretty bad, because this was amazing. I really
Yeah,
would
it
love
was.
to see more of this content.
It was, what was
definitely-
it, 8 minutes in total, and we got so much information.
We
That,
did. We got a
Yeah.
lot of stuff that we
Yeah.
openly questioned before.
Mhm.
Yep. So part 3, we learn what we've already known from the show, that they're looking to turn the dagger from silver to gold, so it'll work on Klaus. They need to change the material the dagger is made out of. But they need a bigger diamond is what the witches have basically come down to. So they discovered that the Foline cottage may have this bigger diamond, rumored to have this bigger diamond. But the problem is the lady only leaves once a week for Sunday Mass.
Mm-hmm.
So what does Cole do? He goes in and slaughters whole church.
He had a point. He didn't know what she looked like.
Yeah.
Didn't look
But
like the altar boy.
That
He was
church has had
parched.
so many freaking massacres. That is just nuts.
Yeah.
That is the church
don't-
of massacres. Why do people use that fucking church anymore? Just burn that shit down.
Just get rid of it.
I mean,
Just stop going to church, guys.
I mean, I'm assuming whoever took the
You wouldn't
position was compelled afterwards to forget about that massacre. You know, so
Yeah.
I could understand that one, but the other one that we know about, no one forgot about. So
Read a Bible at home.
Yep.
You'll be all right. Same thing.
Yep, you'll be fine.
yes.
Don't go to church. Safer that way.
And then finally, in the fourth part, we learn that the Claire Witches spelled the door to his clubhouse, and only a Claire Witch can open it.
Yeah.
Now this is where Davina comes into play,
Yep.
as you previously mentioned. But we already saw. Didn't we already see Klaus inside? Not Klaus. Cole inside his workshop before, or was
No, I
it?
think
Or
so.
he had
No,
set up
he-
a few different ones. Is
he
that what
had-
it was?
I don't know, but Davina opened up this particular one for him.
Oh, did she? Okay.
Yes.
Mm.
It was like 3 episodes ago. It was the episode after Michael and they all had that showdown in the
yes.
warehouse.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And then finally, what we already knew, you know, the two witches, Mary, Alice, Claire, and Astrid, trapped in the house by Klaus's witches. It was nice to see from their point of view, though, how that all went down. And then we learned that the Foline cottage has an entire boundary spell across the entire house. And then it's not limited to just these two witches now. This is basically a home for some of the insane witches. And we get to see what it's like in there now.
Not fun.
That's where I was like, it sounded like there's a lot of craziness going on in that house.
Sounds
and,
like a good place to lock away a witch that knows too much.
Yeah, it does.
and guess what? We're going to be seeing more of Astrid because she's Rebecca.
Yes.
Rebecca.
Mm.
Rebecca has body jumped into Astrid. It's nice that we actually have a name to go with her now.
Yes, it is.
So
Yep.
it brings a whole new dynamic, and I really am scared for Rebecca at this point.
Oh, well, I mean,
So, if she's body jumping into Astrid, is she body jumping into Astrid in this home?
Yes.
yeah, that
So she's gonna be
Astrid,
trapped in there?
She
Rebecca
is.
is in there. She was
Yeah.
banging
Oh,
on the
okay,
door
okay.
saying, "I'm Rebecca Michelson," and she's
Oh, that's right. Okay,
Astrid's
that's where she
body.
was.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's where she
Okay.
was. So this
Totally
just
missed
even
that somewhere.
this even makes this whole thing a lot more interesting now because it shows you exactly how this whole house came to be, how Rebecca got trapped in there, and what she's in for. And it's a lot more than we got out of the mid-season finale. So
Yeah.
this web series actually gave us a lot more information than we could have ever expected.
A lot of more shows could learn from this because, it's
Yeah.
like, hey, here's a bunch of 2-minute information fests.
It was nice. It was
Well,
a
the
little-
originals has gone and done a lot of things right. It is, it's a side series to the Vampire Diaries, and it has done very well. It is very well done.
It was.
And now it's
As-
throwing these webisodes at us, and it's just, the information, the little bit of backstory that people need just to connect a little bit
Yeah.
more dots. Yeah, they need to do this for Michael. I mean, I would love to see more of Ansel. They have to do way more of these.
I would love
Yeah.
to see more of these. They,
I would.
They need
Yeah.
to happen.
I've said it before. I'm not a huge fan of this show. I like Vampire Diaries over originals, but I actually like that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I really sincerely liked seeing that little bit of a backstory.
Yes, this short form content was amazing, and as Mike said, more shows need to learn from this. I
Yes.
want to see this in more shows,
Yeah.
many more shows.
All the shows.
I mean,
All of
like, there's a lot
All
of
the
things that
shows.
for the Vampire Diaries even, like, there's a lot of unanswered questions for us there, going
Yeah.
back seasons.
Yeah.
They could totally fill in the gaps for us.
Because this
Yeah.
this entire thing took place in the past. Not one piece of this took place in present day New Orleans, and they
Nope.
gave us so much information
And-
that is actually in regards to what is coming present day because of the way where Rebecca is and the way they
It
tied
was
this in.
It it was a lot of crucial information that we needed. I mean, we didn't. I
And
want to say we
stuff
needed
we
it.
didn't need, like the origin of the dark objects. We didn't need that, but
It
It's
was
nice
nice.
it made it really more interesting.
Right,
did.
because those
Yeah.
shackles that Finn was wearing, we could have all just sat here and been like, they're shackles.
The thing is,
I
though,
just
like,
accepted that they came from somewhere. I didn't really question where.
yeah,
They zoomed in on them, everything, and I'm like, guys, it's shackles. You
They're
know,
shackles. They're
now-
anti-witch shackles.
the only information we had about the shackles was that Cammy's family has had them for generations.
Right, and that could mean anything.
Yeah,
I'd love
She
to see
could've
some kind of
found them.
backstory on how her family acquired them. You know,
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
I would love that.
because not only did she have the daggers, she also had the throwing star that produced the
Hmm. She
thousand
also has the rosary. Mary.
Mhm.
She has the necklace.
All of it.
She has all of that stuff.
She has all the practice weapons.
Be interesting to see. I hope we learn more about these items that I didn't even know I wanted to know more about. So,
Right?
Damn it.
so yeah, they were short. So is this episode. Do you guys have anything to close out with?
No.
Final thoughts?
Nope.
More.
More. Yeah, definitely more.
More.
Julie Pleck, if you're listening to us, more.
More of these.
we need more information.
more of those.
Well, webisodes are amazing. Thank you very much.
That was amazing.
Typically, I'm not a fan of web content, and I know like Heroes did some web content, and I never watched it when it was relevant. I watched it way afterwards, and I was not too impressed with it. Maybe it's just because I didn't watch it in conjunction with the episodes at the time. If I watched this, maybe 2 seasons from now, and was like, but
Yeah.
watching it when it's relevant, when it makes sense, it really helped out a lot.
really helped.
So
It
thank you for that. And all the promotion for it on the show was great. So keep it up.
So, I mean, for those who haven't seen it, and they're, interested, but they, kind of tuned in and they don't want to watch this for spoilers, we should probably put the link below.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could put that. If not, it's also cwtv.com/the awakening. So
Exclusively from Target.
it
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
plugged by Target. Love
Go
that
Target.
cross promotion. Mike, where can the people find you?
Twitter at Thilidrin, which is covering my. There it is.
Cover your face.
Covers my face.
No one wants to see that.
Nikki, where can people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyYVENOM24.
Excellent. Heather, where can the people find you?
Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, everywhere. Chroniclia, CHRONYXIA.
You can find me down below at Phenomedon, PHENOMEDOM. You could also catch us every week covering the originals and the Vampire Diaries and many other shows in between. Originals returns Monday, January 19th. So until then, see you later.
Ba-doop-a-doop.
Phenomenon. People are terrible.